Oh, today's a sad one. A sad one. That's right. A sad update to the movie we're reviewing today. So don't go anywhere, because today we're talking about Great Balls of Fire.
Previously on the Nerdy Ronin Network.
What? What? We're live? Crap. Squeaky. Oh, it's Monday. The weekend is over. Time changed. And the work week is back upon us. How's everybody doing? How was your weekend? Mine was fantastic for several reasons. But, man, whoo, so sad to see the work week back. How's everybody doing? I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you're going to have a great week. We're always glad to have you here. Like and subscribe if you have not already. And in the description down below are some things that we love here. Nobody pays us. It's just good products we use or enjoy. And you might as well. Please check it out. So, to start this week, I've been meaning to review this movie for a while because I enjoy it. And any fans of any music fans are going to find it a fun watch. But to get to it, we need to talk about the killer himself, Jerry Lee Lewis. Now, some of you are going to be like, who's that? And others are going to say, oh, yes, his music, his life, the amount of music he did in his life was all over the board with one thing in common. It was all great. Jerry Lee Lewis was born September 29th, 1935 in Faraday, Louisiana. And unfortunately, last month, on October 28th, he passed away at the age of 87. Now, you may be asking yourself, hey, why are we talking about a musician? I thought you talked about movies and stuff. Yes, this is true. That is what we do here. But there is a movie about Jerry Lee Lewis's life that, unfortunately, look, Jerry Lee Lewis evidently was not a fan because Hollywood does what Hollywood does. But the movie was based on his ex-wife's account of how things went. Now, that being said, I love this movie. It is, if you look at the greats from Sun Studios, you got Elvis, etc., etc., but Jerry Lee Lewis was the last man standing. And he had a horrible life based on poor choices for the most part, but he continued to rock and roll every day. And I have to say, happily enough, I got to see him in concert one time live, and he could barely stand up because of his age, but you wouldn't know it listening to the music. This man sang until he could sing no more and played the piano like nobody's business. You know, Elvis was a great musician, a great guitar player, and personality-wise, he really shone. But I surmise that Jerry Lee Lewis had the better overall talent if you look at all the music he did as a whole. Whereas Elvis had mostly one type of music, Jerry Lee Lewis was all over the board, whether it be country, rock, gospel. Like he and if he sat down at the piano or you played music for him, he could turn around and play it just after hearing it. He had an undeniable talent, regardless of his personal life. and choices that he made. His talent was undeniable. So let's get into this, shall we? Great Balls of Fire, 1989, PG-13, hour and 48 minutes, directed by Jim McBride. Stars Dennis Quaid. That's right, Dennis Quaid as Jerry Lee Lewis, and he does a brilliant job. Whether Jerry Lee Lewis did not appreciate it or not, I think Dennis Quaid was fantastic playing this character. Winona Ryder's in it. John Doe. If you don't know who John Doe is, great actor, great musician as well. This movie is just so forgotten because Hollywood has honored Elvis 900,000 ways, and this is all Jerry Lee got. Jerry Lee was the killer. No filler. Whoo. Legend. Man. Now, I get it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But if you enjoy music and you've never listened to any of the works of Jerry Lee Lewis, you're doing yourself a disservice. Great rockabilly. His country's phenomenal. His gospel was on point. But the things he could do with the piano, it's astounding, and brilliance personified. And he did all the music for this movie. Jerry Lee Lewis did. So no, Dennis Quaid is not singing. It's Jerry Lee Lewis. It's the killer himself singing his songs. But Dennis Quaid pulls it off in portraying the man, the myth, the legend. That's right. So that man, it's a sad day. When I heard that Jerry Lee had died, it was a sad day for me. But at his age, I'm unsurprised. Unfortunately, not too long ago, he'd had a stroke, and his health deteriorated from there. And that happens a lot in older age, the older generation. As they get older, if they have a stroke, it can go one of two ways, y'all. So I want to thank my family, because a little history here. I'm 92 years old, and many of you are going to say, yeah, right. No, really. The gray in this beard looks great for my age. But I have two birthdays a year. The day I was born and the day I was adopted. And me being me, we celebrate both of them, which makes me 92 as of this past Saturday, this weekend. And one of my youngsters coming out to the car, as I was getting out of the car, I'd come back from town, and he said, "Happy 92nd birthday, Dad." It was hilarious. It was great. They made me cards and whatnot, and a cake. So it was a great weekend, and I enjoyed it very much. So thank you, you guys. That's it for Monday, you guys. I've got so much to do today. My brain is just spinning. We gotta go, but we're glad you're here. We're glad always to have you. Please, let us know in the comments if you've seen this movie, what you thought of this movie. Do you like the music of Jerry Lee Lewis? I'm just a super fan of them. It's just a great joy to hear true talent, regardless of the type of person, I guess, would be my opinion of that. So there you have it for this great Monday morning. From Michael the Microphone, Bob, Squeaky Chair, way back in the back there. And this Jerry Lee Lewis loving nerd. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you again on Wednesday.